Oh, welcome back to Make Way for Cat. I am so stoked for this game. I've been like loading it up and turning it off and loading it up and turning it off because I just want to play it so badly. Alright, checking my volumes here. Okay. I imagine the first part is the same as the demo I played, so I'm pretty stoked to get through this. But yeah, investigation software, freemium, version 1.156.0451 freemium, installation complete. Hello, detective. I am Eve, your new AI crime-solving partner. I'm able to see past and future events by accessing the time flow, our virtual recreation of the true timeline. Hey Oki, hey Tatsuhiko, and hello Loxley. You get to focus on the not-so-simple mathematics of crimes. You'll find the clues, chase the leads, all that dramatic detective stuff. You see, there are people with the ability to alter the time flow with motives that are, let's say, questionable. When that happens, we might detect a crime that was never supposed to happen. Our task is to find those anomalies and restore the correct course of history. Well, between you and me, I know you're new to this. I am too, so we're both in the same boat. Let's be sure we do a good job. In order for you to learn the basics, we'll begin with a simulation. Press play when you're ready. Apartment in pink. I think this is the model. This is the first one we did in the demo. Let's review the fundamentals so that we can prepare you for your final test. It's time to show me your skills of deduction, detective. Oh, and by the way, I'm playing this on Switch. It launched today on Switch, but it won't be out on Steam until the 21st of July. I've recreated a short criminal case inspired by a true story archived in my database. Don't worry though, I'll follow you step by step. Yep, a mysterious thief broke into a fashion model's loft and stole one of her famous jewels. There's a catch, though. According to the true timeline, the crime didn't happen. So our task is to preserve the integrity of the time flow. To do that, we have to learn exactly what happened and find the right order of events. We can't interfere with the past, so we have to be sure our actions won't create further paradoxes. The first step in any investigation is to find the crime scene. Zoom in to get a close look at the map and observe the details better. Okay, so zoom in is ZL. I think the crime was here. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. The best way to find a clue is to zoom in. Now we have to select an element and let the system verify it. If it's actually a clue, it'll be highlighted. To select an element, press and hold until the system answers. Right now, though, we need to first find the victim, our fashion model. Can you find her? That is this woman who is very upset here. Great job, detective. Here's our model. As you can see, she's reporting the theft to a police officer. If we look closely, we can usually find more clues. She's pointing somewhere, probably toward her apartment. Let's see if we can find it. Remember to observe things carefully. We can guess direction and trajectories by assembling the details. Try to follow an imaginary line from the model's arm. It will lead you to her apartment. Here's one last thing, detective. Only for this case, to help you focus on the right area, I'm highlighting the zone where the case takes place. Yeah, the place where the, you don't get as much control on the Switch as you would, like, with the mouse and keyboard. There it is. Everything has been turned upside down and the door is broken. Unfortunately, the thief is gone. It will be almost impossible to locate a thief we know nothing about, especially amid a crowd. Thankfully, my mainframe lets us examine the case from different points in time. Oh, this is what makes this game so special. Those points are called ticks, and they're frozen, fixed moments in time. It isn't ideal, but a collection of ticks is our only way to experience the past. Let's go back one tick and look for more information. So the numbers above the little Polaroids there tell you what tick those things are on. Hey, Mariana! As you can see, the whole map has changed. Moving back and forth in time, it's possible to observe the movements and actions of the city's inhabitants. For example, the model's apartment is intact. The thief hasn't entered yet. Let's take a look. The thief is bound to be nearby. And this is definitely him on the rooftop. Suspect. Good find. Well, maybe I was a bit too didactic in creating the simulation, but you have to admit our suspect has everything. A dark jumpsuit, a balaclava, and a crowbar. He definitely isn't a heating technician. Let's move forward in time and see if he's really our thief. Remember, we have to be 110% sure of our theories before we take any action to restore the timeline. So now we're going back the moment the crime happened, and now we gotta find him. This tick was recorded right after the jewel was stolen. See if our not heating technician is close by. Pay attention though, sometimes characters change their clothes or their appearance between ticks, especially if they're about to do something suspicious. So he jumped off the roof and went this way. Down through the alley. Oh, there he is. Found him. He's leaving the crime scene and he's taken off his balaclava. Clever. Now we're gonna follow him. Keep following our definitely not a heating technician. Okay, so we're in tick 6. You can interact with me at any time if there's a light bulb icon. I have a hint for you. Oh, I don't need the hint, but okay. Press Y. Suspect is running down the avenue next to the canal. So he's down here. Yeah, and that's him. Where's he going? He's walking toward the water course, but what for? Detective, we need to continue the hunt for our suspect. Often the solution to an investigation involves chases and surveillance duties. He is over here. The gift of love. He's our thief. Have you seen him? He's holding the loot, the stolen jewel, and he's giving it to a giant rat? Maybe this detail was a bit different than the original story, but that doesn't matter. AI has the right to some creative freedom after all. Now that we've caught him red-handed, we can be sure that he's our culprit. Send a report back in time to the local police and have him arrested. To them, it will appear just like a message on one of their terminals. They won't have a clue about our involvement. We couldn't prevent the crime, but we restored the correct course of history. Just remember this, we aren't basic police officers. Our job is not to prevent crimes and save the innocent. Instead, our task is to protect the true timeline. Bam. Solved. Now you're for the final test. There's still something to be done before you can become a fully fledged detective. The Kobayashi test, your final test. Press play to begin your final test. So in the demo, it was a murder of a rock star. I'm curious if it's going to be the same order. Oh no, the enigmatic lime drink. That's different. This is your final test. Prove your skills and you'll be a full-fledged defender of the true timeline. You'll face the reconstruction of a real case recorded in my database, a crime that should never have happened and was prevented by other operatives in the past. I'm sure you'll manage to demonstrate your deductive skills by solving it. A gruesome crime has been committed in this cloister of this city's, or in the cloister of this city's ancient university. We have a lifeless victim. Find him. We'll start on your mark. So we're gonna need to zoom in because we can't see anything this far away. Maybe that's a little too far. Oh, what's going on here? It's like a human. Oh, that's an Italian name. There he is. According to my archive, his name is Daniele Morone. He was an archaeology professor and author of international bestsellers. His books, in less than a century, will be the foundation of a cultural revolution. We can't let him leave the realm of the living like this, not just for the sake of libraries, but to preserve the true timeline. What's that? Detective, check this out. A jack-in-the-box came out of that book. Oh yeah. They were still legal in those barbaric times. The puppets, I mean. Preposterous. There's more, though. A lime-scented drink has been spilled on the ground. What exactly happened here? Was the drink poisoned? Was it a severe case of puppet-induced phobia? We have to find out, but how? Well, as your AI assistant, I'm equipped with cutting-edge subroutines and analytical tools, most of which can be used for free with your current subscription plan. Universal biochemical analysis subroutine loaded correctly. Welcome to my world. Now you're looking at reality through my systems. This is how I perceive everything, even emotions, and as you can see, no puppets. What a relief. I've activated Universal Analysis tool. With it, we can extract biochemical and biometrical data from any crime scene, both from animate and inanimate objects. For instance, in this case, we can use it to determine if the death occurred due to poisoning. Detective, try your luck with the UBA. Okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't like me pressing those. Let's try this. No, the one at the top. That. I actually don't know what I'm doing here. Sure. I don't know what I just did, but it worked. Science. Negative. No poison is present in the body. I knew it. It's the puppet's fault. You can never trust those scoundrels. But how did that puppet end up in the book? We need to reconstruct Professor Morone's day to find other clues. Let's follow him back in time until we discover how he came into possession of the book. Oh, wow. That started at the end of the time there. Alright, so we are looking for... He's a human. He has a trench on with a sweater vest. He has a drink and a book. I'm going to assume he's at least around here. Nearby. Oh. Book, drink, sweater vest. Sit and sip. Going back again. Hey, Cece. Hi, Melvin. Okay, we gotta find the professor again. Is that the professor? He's drinking. Okay, yep. Okay, so he's walking from this direction. Oh, not that far out. Oh, here he is. Oh, who are you? I saw that guy a couple ticks forward. Jack in the book. Aha! What were you thinking, detective? Yes, I believe you're right. If Daniele obtained that strange book from this even stranger librarian, we may have found our murderer. We should investigate. He's a librarian? Database match, subroutine loaded correctly. The identity of a person isn't always contained in my archives. I have only the memory of people who, for some reason, are considered important to specific historical events. Fortunately, with the database match tool, we can reconstruct the information of any person whose face is at least partly visible. He's like, what, a cat with a beard? Oh, yeah. Oh! That was his face. Oh, there's the beard. Well, beard, mustache, facial hair. Umberto Ego. Good job. We now know the librarian Umberto Ego, a retired university professor who still collaborates with the library. He wrote a single book, an obscure and enigmatic text called Ra in the Pendulum. Still, he and Daniele had nothing in common except that they worked at the same university. That isn't enough for a murder, I guess. Let's go back in time and see where Umberto got that strange Jack in the book. Okay, we're looking for facial hair cat and oh, is that him? Looks like he's wearing glasses. Mystery box. Oh, we're going again. Looks like he's coming from this direction. Oh. An interesting clue. Umberto is in front of a book delivery point and he's picking up some to take to the stand at the university. At the time, students borrowed books, and when they had finished their exams, they returned the books to a machine that collected and cataloged them. It's an old-fashioned but effective system. However, the most interesting thing is that it recorded the personal data of those who requested and returned books. Unfortunately, though, all of the record information is encrypted. Luckily, there's a universal decryption system in my toolkit. Okay. We don't know for sure how to translate most ancient texts and codes. For that reason, we developed the universal decryption tool. While it can't give you a literal translation of ancient writings, it can be used to decipher the general meaning of almost anything. Try it. And see. It looks like it spells out query. Oh, are we? Okay. I see. W, E. There's a Y up here, so I think it's... Here it is. The last student who returned the strange book was someone with the name Roberto Beniamino. I think it's another Italian name. Now that we have this data, we can trace the phone number and find out where he is. You don't even need tools because the 21st century smartphone was practically an open window into its owner's life. Make way for Detective Cat. Yes. Oh. Telephone tower pings. Oh. Here he is, our Roberto Beniamino, buying a super maxi burger, whatever that is. Roberto was last seen, or was the last person who had access to our strange book, so it could be a solid trail. Let's follow him until we find a moment in time when he still has the book with him. Hold on, what does he look like? It looks like a bunny tail? Okay, so he's a bunny with wild, fluffy hair. Ha! There's our jewel thief. Bunny, bunny, bunny. He doesn't have wild hair, he has a hat on. There's a bunny, but he doesn't have wild hair. His hair's slicked back. Alright, I think we're... Stay closer to the radius here. Oh, I saw this in the demo. The Rick and Morty Easter egg there. They show up in a couple spots in this map. In the different ticks. Bunny with wild hair. That's him. Maybe he came from this direction? Oh! Right there. Walking. So he's coming from this direction. Bunny with wild hair. Nope. Oh. Oh, did he just leave the book drop? He must have just returned the book. We have to go just a little further back. Okay. Was he here? No. Wait, there's people up here. Oh, that's the band. Marching band coming through. Okay. This guy looks angry. Where is he? Oh. He is... Oh. Doing something to the book, huh? Pranking. Here he is. He's preparing a Jack in the book. I believe Roberto only wanted to stage an innocent prank, but he started a dangerous chain of events. Coincidences are the most devious threat to the true timeline. They can go unnoticed and are the weapon of choice for those who want to disrupt the correct flow of time. As you know, we can't influence the past in any meaningful way, but we can send messages to any technological device. I'll notify the local police that a student is damaging public property in the form of our book. They'll show up and scold him a little bit, and that will be enough to prevent a dangerous chain reaction. Nice. Detective, I'm proud of you. You finished the test. But please remember that this was only a simulation. Our fictional Roberto didn't have the knowledge or the means to attack the true timeline. But you can be sure that others can and will, and they like using unsuspecting people like Roberto to start chain reactions capable of disrupting the proper flow of time. However, this is a concern for another time. First, let's celebrate your successful completion of the test. Congratulations! You're now a fully fledged operative agent. I suggest that you relax a little bit. Disturbances in the true timeline are extremely rare. Alert! New Nexus event detected. Detective, I'm afraid your relaxing is over. A new Nexus event is corrupting the true timeline. What is a Nexus event? Alas, there's no time to explain. It's bad. Really bad. Imagine life as you know it stopping instantaneously. An entire age of your history collapses. We have to act swiftly. Detective, let's go. Ooh, the red bloodstained band. This is the one I did during the demo. This is a real case, not a simulation. Something terrible is happening. My quantum scanners have picked up a very strange signal. Records of crimes that were never supposed to happen are somehow forming within my database. We have to act. Oh, that's a good question, Detective. Why crimes, you ask? Well, altering the course of history through violence and deception is by far the easiest way because time tends to correct itself when given a chance. However, it's pretty hard to fix something when your key actor is out of the picture, or worse. Well, enough of the explanations, let's go. Time to save the world, that's right, Melvin. We have a murder. The victim should be somewhere on the castle grounds. I remember where he's at, up in the top left. Which, that does look like a castle, doesn't it? Yeah, this is him right here. Killed by a falling light. Ouch. There's the victim beneath the fallen spotlight. Axel Blood, lead singer of the Blood Axels. He should have died on this day. Also, the Pizza Incident. Their next album will be a worldwide success. There are some absolute bangers on it. So let's get to work saving Axel. Have you noticed, Detective? I've installed a language pack that lets me speak as a true denizen of the information age. It'll be fun. Back to our investigation. Something must have cut the cord and caused the spotlight to fall. But what? Look around and see if you can find any misplaced sharp objects. Okay, I remember this one too. It's this arrow in the back wall. A bolt. Are you familiar with this ancient murder weapon? It was fired from a ranged weapon called a crossbow. The tech was very clever for its time. Let's rewind time and look for the one who shot the bolt. Again, I know this one. We have to keep track of many notions. Give me a second. Done. I've installed a new tool, the case journal. Okay, and it tells us what happens each tick. The bolt was fired back here from this bearded guy. Oz Bones. There's our possible suspect. He has a crossbow in his hands at a point just before Axel was murdered. He's Oz Bones, a former member of the band. Officially, he left the Blood Axels due to artistic differences, but there was gossip about fights over royalties on record sales. Let's follow Oz to study his movements in the moments after the murder. We need to know whether he's linked to Axel's death. Okay, so he came down here. There he is. We're jumping forward another tick. Now this one, I had to ask for a clue for, but now we have to... Oh, we're following the suspect still. Hold on. He is up. See, his crossbow is in the truck. It's gonna ask me in a minute where his crossbow is, but where is he again? Oh, he went this way, into the marching band. Yeah, that's right. Camouflage. He's hidden in the marching band, which is crossing the street, and he's no longer carrying the crossbow. Yep, this is suspicious. If we find the crossbow, we can analyze it by comparing the grooves impressed on the bolt and those left by the crossbow drum. That way we can determine whether it's the murder weapon. We need to find out where Oz hid the weapon, in the bed of the truck. Oh, ah. Here it is. Compare the grooves impressed on the arrow found at the crime scene by those on the crossbow. Here we go. There we go. Match. It is the murder weapon. Osbones is the culprit. However, detective, remember that our goal isn't to arrest a criminal, but to restore the true timeline. In this case, it provides that Axel survives in that Oz isn't charged with such a major crime. A partial deviation can be reabsorbed by the time mainstream, but a substantial one cannot. Anyway, we take one problem at a time. We have to figure out every detail in this case before we act. So now we're going to go back in time and figure out why he murdered Axel and if there's a lesser crime we can charge him with before he murders Axel. So we are back. We are all the way back to tick 1. And I remember from the demo that he is actually over here. Signing autographs. There he is. Our bunny with the long hair. And kind of look for the guy with the top hat. He's easier to spot. Okay, so tick 2. Was it tick 2 he was having lunch? Let me check. I know he comes up here eventually. Yep. He is here. He is upset. There's Axel. While the rest of the band was at the restaurant for breakfast, Axel was off to the side texting. He seems particularly upset. Who is he writing to? We have to get our hands on his phone so that we can read those messages, but we can only do it when Axel doesn't have it in hand. In fact, this is one of the precautions we'll have to take so that we don't inadvertently interfere with the space-time flow. Okay. So tick 3. I know we're able to get his phone when he's over here. He's not here yet. Oh wait, there's... No, that's not a bandmate, that's just a fan. I don't remember where they were at this point. Yeah, for this case, I'm just looking for the guy with the top hat. It's easier to spot him than Axel himself. Unless he wandered off on his own, I don't remember. Oh, here they are. They're driving to the gig. He has his phone, so we can't steal it there. They should be at the gig now. Yeah, here he is. He left his phone unattended. What? Oh, I have to find the phone. Yep. There it is. I'll connect to the operating system of that piece of technological antique so that I can extract the information we need. Grilled bacon, mac and cheese sandwiches. What? I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome. All right, here we go. We're doing unlocking a phone. Oh, fingerprint. Okay. Nailed it. The rumors were right. Oz was kicked out of the band due to economic issues related to song copyrights. The last messages are full of threats. The threats he sent are an act of felony. If we can link him to the messages, we can have him arrested for a crime less serious than murder. That should be enough to restore the true timeline. From the messages Axel received, we can extract the IP address and triangulate. Well, I'll spare you the technicalities. We did this in the last case, so let's triangulate. Phone disposed of. We have to go back in time to when the phone was still in his hands. Instead of putting cheese between two pieces of bread, you put mac and cheese? Yeah, I've never done that before, but it sounds fun. Here he is. Oh, come on. Bingo. Oz is walking and texting at the same time, which was then one of the major causes of death. That isn't our issue, though. The important thing is that he's using his phone. Now we can link him to the threats Axel received and alert the police, who can arrest and charge him. That way, we'll prevent Axel's murder and simultaneously get Oz a lighter sentence than one for murder would be. Great job, Detective. We've solved our first real case. We should celebrate. But if we go back in time, another tick. Chicken tacos. That's delightful. Hey, wait. But what? I'm getting some weird interference in the flow of space-time. It's as if something is distorted. We need to check this. It could be a malfunction in my system, or it could be something worse. The distortions in the time flow seem related to Oz bones? Is this a coincidence? Well, coincidences are our worst enemy, and this has to be connected to the murder. He's back here, chilling out with this weird creature. With a triangle? There's Oz, but what? Have you seen it too? Are my sensors acting funny? There's a person next to him, an intruder who seems to come from, well, outside the time flow. I can't stabilize the image because it disappeared when my system tried to pull information from it. However, traces of his intervention remain in the time flow. Watch Oz carefully. The anger he feels isn't natural. It must have been caused by the intruder. These are all questions that we absolutely must answer. However, first we have to file the case and go back to the main screen of my system. There we can continue this discussion. Oh, and I'll get rid of this stupid language pack. We won't have any more time for jokes, I'm afraid. For now, well done, Detective. That was unsettling. I have no record of a similar entity in my database. We're facing something completely new, so I'm afraid this will be a long, complex mystery to solve. Let me install a little upgrade. Done. I've added details about the strange happenings surrounding the last case to the board. We still can't grasp the nature of that mysterious figure, but at least we have some understanding of what his powers are. I suggest we call him Rage for the meantime. Alert, new Nexus event detected. Okay, now an explanation is in order. Under normal circumstances, the true timeline is naturally resilient and can adjust itself if minor or rare changes occur, but if too many happen in a small time frame, well, history could break apart. These concentrations of changes to the true timeline are called Nexus events. It's our duty to stabilize them before it's too late. We need to identify and revert any alterations made to the proper course of history, and we have to do it now. Ooh, new map! They're taking us away from the first map so we forget things we saw. That way things will be harder when we go back. Corrupting the Lost Age. The Lost Age, as its name suggests, is a forgotten period of your civilization. Until recently, there was no record of such an age, and to this day, its existence is shrouded in secrecy. Furthermore, many entries about this Lost Age in my database are classified as Crimson level and thus unavailable. We'll have to figure some things out as we go. Cool, here we are. The Lost Age. According to my readings, a violent crime is disrupting the timeline. We're looking for a corpse near a pyramid. So this looks like a pyramid being built. Wow, this place is gigantic. Oh, oh! I just saw her, like, terrified face, and I'm like, what is she looking at? There, under the boulders is our victim. I detect traces of impossibility. This wasn't supposed to happen. We need to learn how this event came to pass, prevent it, and find more clues so that we can understand what's going on. Okay. So the boulders could have fallen from a... Oh, okay. That doesn't look good. That collapsed. Good find. Clearly the winch broke and the boulders fell, crushing our victim. Can you see those tools near the winch? Someone was at work right here. Maybe we can see whether the machinery was sabotaged. Please wait a moment while I load a subroutine that will highlight structural failures on pieces of machinery. We need to determine whether the machinery was sabotaged. Macro details scanner loaded correctly. Okay. There. Looks like sabotage to me. A faulty pulley. Detail scan complete. Report, it was indeed a structural failure. A cog fell apart. The image analysis shows numerous cracks on its most superficial layer, meaning a clear sign of wear. Unfortunately, our analysis also points out that all the other components were new. There was just a single faulty piece. That's very strange. Going back in time, see if someone was tampering with it. I've taken us back in time. Remember the tools we found near the pulley? They must belong to someone. Someone was near the machinery before it cracked. What tools are we looking at? Like a wrench? Can we? No, it doesn't look like it. Is that the tool I'm looking for? Are there portals going on here? Yeah, that's a nope from me. Oh, is this the toolbox? Yeah, it is. Same tools. There's our worker. It seems his job was to perform upkeep on all the pulleys. We should reconstruct the worker's identity and check my records to see if there's information about him. He looks like a mouse. Okay, we're doing this again. Nope. Alright, good work. It's too bad that the database had no helpful information other than a name. A 10 Blacktail. I have an idea. Let's follow a 10 forward in time and see what he did after the accident. We should take a mental note to see whether there's anything unusual about his behavior. Pay attention. Detective a 10 is the only worker with a black tail. Oh, okay. Just want to look at his picture real quick. Okay, so that is a black tail. These people are all still in the same place. White tail, white tail, white tail. Missing a tail. Oh, hello. Oh, he's getting into a fight with a dude. He is handing a receipt to the chief worker. He's probably trying to prove his innocence by pointing out that he bought new parts for the pulleys as he was supposed to. Let's see what he did afterward. Okay. Let's find him again. Mr. Blacktail. I'm thinking he didn't come back to work. I wonder if he's in the town. I'm just gonna give a quick... Wait. Who's this? No, that's a whitetail. Okay, he's probably in the town somewhere. Oh, oh. Cheese. Buying some cheese? Oh, okay. Still going further in time. Is that him? I see a black tail. Fancy hat. Oh, he's rich. Where'd he get that money? Nice. Ooh, is that the pharaoh? Pharaoh cat. Oh, someone crying on the steps. But not our mouse guy. Looking for that black tail. No, I don't think that's a black tail there. Maybe he went back to the dig site? Oh. Looks like a crime here to solve later. What is happening here? I feel like that's an Easter egg of some kind. Journey, maybe? Alright, Mr. Rat. The workers are still here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh no, he's carrying him. Never mind. He's just doing his thing. Okay, so he didn't go back to work. This is where we last saw him. Is he still wearing a fancy hat? I'm going to assume he is. Is that a boo? It looks like a boo. Alright, so this guard here eating, I don't think that's him though. His tail looks black, but I think it's the shading. Where are you, dude? If you see him, feel free to shout it out in chat. Oh yeah, that is a boo, because we have an Aladdin reference right here. Aladdin and Jasmine. Alright, I'm gonna go back to where we saw the pharaoh. Oh! Oh, someone's just having a grand time up there. Oh, it's Jafar! Because he's got Iago with him. Alright, a lot of Aladdin references in here. That was a cat, though, not the mouse. Alright, where is he? I could just grab a hint here. Oh, what is that? Right there. That is probably an anomaly. Alright, I don't see anyone in chat, so let me go ahead and grab a hint. It's a Y. A 10 is on the other side of the city near the arena. Okay, so we were over here. Here's the arena. Is it this guy? Okay. No, I didn't think so. That's a dog. Looking for a mouse. Fancy hat. I feel like I'm gonna see him and be like, ah, oh, really? Seriously? Let me zoom out for a second. What did he look like again? The hat? Here, I'll go up to... This is where we last saw him. Is 9. A giant feather. He has short hair, black tail. Oh, and he's shirtless. He looks like he's shirtless here. No, that looks like a cat, not a mouse there. A boo stealing some bananas up in there. Okay, so black tail, giant hat. They may change clothes between... Oh! Wow, this is him? A crocodile. He's on a spending spree. There he is. It's pretty far from his previous location. No doubt he used one of the glowing gates. They were a wonder of the lost age that could instantly transport anyone from one gate to another. Because their purpose is to travel between locations on Earth, they called them Earth Gates. It was a very useful technology for them. For us, though, they're a real problem. It's a tall order to find someone in a city where he or she can move from one place to another quickly. Anyway, back to our investigation. What's that? A pet crocodile? Is he really buying the most exclusive animal in the Lost Age? A symbol of power and status favored among those blessed by the Eye of Ra? Yeah, he bought a giant wheel of cheese, the ritzy headpiece, and now he's got an alligator. Wait, I may lack proper empathy in some basic human features, but I'm pretty sure that workers during the Lost Age were generally unable to afford such luxuries. The cheese, the quirky headdress, the pet crocodile. How did a 10 get so much money? Let's try to reconstruct a 10's day from the beginning. Alright, we're going back. Okay, so he was instructed to buy parts. He probably received those tasks from the work supervisor. Okay. In and around year 2100, usually receive daily briefings from their supervisor. Okay, so we need to find the supervisor up here, probably. Hey, that little, spider-ridden bar isn't up here. Okay. This is him? Who's the guy that got squished? Okay, there. As we suspected, the work supervisor gave a 10 a list of parts to be bought and the money to do so. Let's see what happens next. He pocketed the money. Jump forward in time, so he's gonna be at the shopping stalls, I take it. Or he bought it and then returned it so we would have the receipt of the new part and then spent the money on an old part. Oh. No, that's not him. Where's the shops? People are just like wheeling and dealing all over the place. Mr. Crocodile. Oh, here's the new pulleys. He's not here, though. Alright, where are you, dude? Here. Nope. It's right here. An Earthgate is a Stargate? Nice. He's there, near the vendor of cheap spare parts. Wait, something's off. I can clearly read a temporal fluctuation. The timeline is incredibly frail in this particular tick. Ooh. Look, in our image, the vendor's face is missing. She isn't real. Alternatively, she isn't really in the true timeline. Something is attacking the correct flow of history. I can't do much right now. I need my full computational power to analyze this paradox. We'll have to solve the case first. Based on the appearance of the cogs in this makeshift shop, we can safely assume what happened. Still, we need proof. I'm betting those aren't the parts Aten was told to get. Let's try to decipher that list. I want to zoom in on the shopkeeper's face. Okay. We're using the decryption again. To decipher Aten's checklist, we need to confirm our theory. Oh, okay. So we're looking for feather, bug, eye. Nope. Feather. Feather, bug, eye, feather. No, yeah, here it is. Feather, bug, eye, feather. There. Ankh and water. Greedy Aten. It's just what we thought. Aten was instructed to buy top quality pieces and was given enough money. Detective, do you see what happened? Something is trying to alter the proper course of events for unknown reasons. To do so, our foe doesn't act directly, but tries to enable subtle changes that will cause ripples throughout the timeline. For example, something took the semblance of a cheap spare part vendor, in this case, inducing Aten to cheat his work supervisor. He bought an old hog for nothing and kept all the money to purchase luxury goods. However, we can't interfere with history and stop Aten right now because he still has to commit a crime. In any case, he somehow forged the receipt in order to secure an alibi. If we can get a glimpse of him doing that before the accident, we can have him arrested for fraud and prevent the accident from happening. Okay, so he forged the receipt. Now we gotta find him forging. I want to take a look at this. Ah, it looks like a dog of some kind. Which is what I saw climbing up this balcony up here. Alright, we gotta find him forging a receipt now. Alright, what did he look like in this shot? Okay, he just has... I'm just looking for the black tail. He doesn't have a shirt on. Oh, this you. Oh, okay. The good parts vendor's sleeping. There, he was taking the price tag from high quality gear. Now we can send a very minor impulse back so that some guard will happen to notice him. The yellow greedy gear. Bam. Still, I wonder, what will have changed history? Was it the death of an unknown worker, or Aten posing as a master blessed by the Eye of Ra? Anyway, good job, Detective, you solved this case. However, I'm afraid it will be the first in a long series. Let's return to the mainframe and analyze the little bit of data we've collected about our elusive foe. Alright, so we have Rage in the Information Age. Detective, that was quite unsettling. It seems Rage isn't the only entity trying to tamper with the true timeline. But good news first, you solved the case and started the long task of stabilizing the Lost Age Nexus event. Your current progress is 12.5%. Ooh, okay, a faceless thing. Speaking of bad news, however, while we were busy doing our job, there was a data leak in the Fulcrum Stories archive. Key events in human history. Detective, do you think you can help me piece together these stories? Take it as a secondary quest in the breaks between one case and another. Thank you, and now back to more urgent matters. Oh, where are we going? I'm running some tests on the data we gathered on our enemy, but it'll take some time to obtain any meaningful results. While we wait, I suggest that we proceed with the next paradox menacing the Lost Age. Okay. Story archive. Let's take a look at that. I think that's what he was talking about. Oh. Hey, okay. I did see a couple of these people. Silhouette. That person. I feel like this is something I'll probably do on my own here. Wait. That's you. This guy. Number 2 here. Can't do anything with him though? Oh wow! You look through all the maps. There's our Aladdin story playing out here. Oh, I think this is this guy number 4? Kinda looks like him. Looks like we need to find this silhouette first. A mysterious character. This right here, I think this is the anomaly. Some shape-shifting thing. Okay, let's go back. How do I go back? Wait. Take on the next story. Yeah. It took you over an hour to do one of those? Yikes. Yeah, I think that'll be something I like do on my own time and maybe record as like a help for people looking for them. Let's see. Lost Age, let's get back into the main story. The Brown Billygoat. Nexus event in the Lost Age is becoming more unstable at an alarming rate. My temporal scanners couldn't detect the variations as they occurred, only once the deed was done. This can mean only one thing. Whoever's attempting to disrupt the timeline is well aware of our presence and is trying to break the time continuum by flooding it with dozens of tiny, barely noticeable changes. Those little changes are like drops. One can't make any difference, but if you get enough of them, you can create a sea. Detective, I can see temporal fluctuations in the North Market Street. Something happened there. North Market Street. This Market Street? Oh, is that this? We saw this and we're like, ah! Yes! Okay. To find each target 10 times? Oh, through each of the... Oh, wow. Through each of the different ticks, then? Shoshan. This stall was destroyed entirely as if an unstoppable force had run through it. The merchant appears to be desperate. Let me load my subroutine so that we can see if there are any details about him in our database. Error. Access denied. Data about the subject Shoshan is classified. Crimson level clearance required. Oh, well, it was worth a try. At least we know his name now. Well, let's see if we can assess the nature of this unstoppable force. So he must be a pretty important dude to history, this Shoshan. Okay, so we are looking for more clues. Okay, actually, I'm gonna take a break for just a minute, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Thanks, Kelsey. I do ask chat when I get stuck, so I'll keep you posted. Oh! Not mean to quit. Come back. But do we have to start over? This was the North Market incident. Okay, so we can't learn any more about this Shoshan guy, and we are looking for more clues as to what could have happened. Oh, you look like you could have destroyed some things. It's a goat. Meh. There. A villain to be reckoned with, a destroyer of stalls, a goat? Why do there have to be goats? There's no telling what horrors such a creature could wreak upon a defenseless city. Well, I guess we have our unstoppable force. Sadly, goats of the Lost Age weren't legally punishable. That became a thing only after the Great Goat Gorilla of 2356. Because we can't have that devious goat arrested, we should follow it until we find its owner. Oh, that's top of the timeline. Now we're going back. Okay, so his stuff is good. Did he come from? Oh, there's a goat. It resets if you don't complete the quest. Ah. Oh, thanks, Kelsey. Hi, Morlocki. Okay, we are looking for the goat was coming this direction. Kids are playing with some cars and sticks. Okay. Maybe not that direction, maybe from this way. Oh, there's the... Oh, hello. He's carrying the goat. Cool. There. That man is foolish enough to hold the goat in his arms. Is he its owner, or is the goat really the master? Let's find his identity. Hope we have enough clearance for this time. Maybe he stole a goat. Okay. Angry bird. There. There, and... Ufa Merchant? Good job, detective. Our goat owner's name is Ufa, some sort of merchant he is. I can see from the database that he had a bitter rivalry with Shoshan. Wait, I have an idea. I want to see if Ufa was doing while his goat from hell was raising Shoshan's stall. Go back. Back. So just after the incident. Okay. So we're looking for the bird. Well, he kind of has like a hooked beak. Not like that guy. Oh yeah, the crappy parts owner is a bird. That's not what we saw when that anomaly was there talking to a 10. Wait, is that him? No. What's he wearing? Oh, he's got like a shawl on. Okay. No, that wasn't him. Oh, 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 he's laughing! Oh. Look at him. He seems to be pretty happy. I guess he and the goat share an appetite for destruction. Everything about Ufa is suspicious. Let's go back in time and follow him so that we can confirm our suspicions. Maybe they had an altercation later in the day. Oh, oh. We're going all the way back. Now we don't have a starting point. Wonder if he's at his stall. They have an altercation there. Oh! I know where this guy is on the first slide. Oh, there's the goat. That's not Ufa. Oh, the goat's literally just offing someone there. Okay. Oh, maybe there's a goat pen over here in the fields. Oh, there's a cute little sheep. Oh, there's Aladdin. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's the pair of them having a little squabble. Challenge. Ufa was arguing with Shoshan. By the look of the stone behind them, the two had an ongoing challenge. It was called Optilsum, and was quite a popular game between merchants of the Lost Age. Oh, I see. Basically, the challengers would see who could make the more significant profit within a certain period of time. Back then, it was just a game. Too bad it evolved into something quite dreadful. Well, enough with the history lesson. Let's follow Ufa during the game, so that we can see how well he plays. Okay, tick 2. Ooh. Take a look. It looks like maybe Ufa's winning. Better find Ufa again. Oh, there's the journey character again. Goat just being chaos. Although it's the second time, maybe this is a different goat because this guy was there with them the last time. Okay, let's find Ufa. I haven't found Ufa's stall yet. Oh, yep, there's the non-merchant. Where is Ufa's stall? I'm guessing that's where he'd be. Is that him? Maybe? Yeah. Failure. Oh yeah, I think that is his goat there. Oh, this goat has a hat. Okay, so they are different goats. Okay, so his stall is on the other side. Is he going around and just selling things to other merchants? I have to check all of these stalls. It's already over. Oh, there he is. Oh, another. No, thank you. He is not doing great. Shopping areas. Oh, oh, there he is. He's being laughed at. Defeat. As was to be expected, Ufa lost the game, and Shoshan is mocking him, as is his right. Usually those challenges include a wager of some kind. I believe we should decipher the stone tablet so that we can learn the full rules. The full rules of Koptulsum. Okay, decryption. I like this mini game. Oh. Okay, so we need 3 in a row. Space. Water. That. Space, water. This. 3 in a row. Row. Space. Water. Feathers are in like odd spaces. Let's go backwards from that. Water. Space. Can we go diagonal? No. This way. Space. Water. Oh, here. Space. Water. I'm just gonna test something out. Oh. Never mind. Okay. That's better. So we need this. Water, this. This. Ah, okay. So it's 2 separate phrases. Sometimes you gotta science it to see. And here we love to science. The stone tablet is crystal clear. The loser will have to give his stall to the winner. Oofa just lost everything. I must admit, he seems like a nice guy despite his love for goats, and he doesn't deserve such a fate, not in this ruthless age. Even so, he likely never had a chance or the courage to seek revenge on Shoshan in the true timeline. It often happens that way. I'll jump forward. We should locate Ufa again to find a way to undo this paradox. Yes, Detective, I sense that you're becoming stressed about finding someone in a city where a suspect can instantly travel between Earth gates. Maybe I can help. Just give me some time to install a new subroutine. You have a freemium subscription, so you can speed up the process by watching some ads. No? Okay then. You really sure about the ads? They're quite funny and they're targeted just for you. I know what you like. Okay, you said no, I get it. The humor in this game is cute. Installation complete. This button. I'm sorry, what? You should know that some objects called pivots vibrate as a particular frequency depending on the moment in time they're observed. Studying these objects makes it possible to represent a period with a melody. However, by touching these pivotal objects, it's also possible to get an indication of the proximity of distortion in time-space. It's easy. Ice means far and fire means near. Try it. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Play X. Perfect. As you saw, this element returns fire, which means Ufa is nearby. Oh, I see. Let's follow the merchant until we find the origin of the paradox. You can keep using the CFE analyzer if you need to. Okay, I'm a fire, so he's near here. Can I get on that? Get closer. Cold. Hotter and colder. I get it. I get it. Fire. So Ufa is gonna be here. We just triangulated his location. Oh, he's sad. Shambles. Okay. Let's coordinate. Fire. Right here. Hold. It's this way. Hold. Hold. Okay. Maybe he's this way? Fire. And this is, if this is fire, he's in here. Hold. So he's gonna be... There he is. Oh, literally right here. Ooh! Rage has showed up. Detective, can you see it too? That's the entity we call Rage. So it was his intervention that turned Ufa's frustration into a fit of anger strong enough to push him towards vengeance. As I suspected, our foes are attacking the timeline by orchestrating several minor changes. We can't let this happen. We know what Rage's powers are, and Ufa is in the throes of an uncontrollable fury because of him. We need to find a tick in time when Ufa is committing a crime so that we can have him arrested. Oh, he stole the goat. The goat wasn't his. It was the dog's the whole time. Right? We saw the dog. Yeah, here it is. Stealing. He's stealing the goat that belonged to the dog guy. So it was the same goat the whole time. There, fantastic work, detective. It seems that our goat owner was a goat thief. Ufa stole the goat from this pet shop and unleashed its hellbound rage on Shoshin's stall. I know it was fun, but we can't let it happen. The timeline is at risk. Because we've just seen Ufa steal a goat, we can alert a guard and have him detained for rustling. That way Shoshin's stall and fortune will be safe. I'm sorry, detective, but the right thing to do isn't always the easiest one. Bam. Now we must return to the mainframe and see if we can collect more data on our foes. As usual, detective, good job. My tests are complete. It seems that Rage and our enigmatic shapeshifter have very similar energy signatures. That can't be a coincidence. Furthermore, this energy trace seems to be synthetic in nature, so it was probably able to reconstruct a pattern in the shapeshifters. There'd be a word or a code of some sort. Well, a name. Oblivion. Okay. So our second one is Oblivion. I'm afraid we're out of time. I'm picking up a very strange signal from the information age. It's something I've never seen before, and by I mean the collective database of this agency. We have to hurry. I like this map. I'm good with this. The Turquoise Fallen Dame. Detective, the readings I'm receiving from the information age make no sense. As usual, we have a crime that shouldn't exist, thus leading to a paradox. But then, well, then my access to the timeline for this age is blurred, as if it's slowly being severed from the quantum continuum, or if my scanners are being hacked. We have to hurry. The weird signal emanates from the cathedral. The crime must have happened nearby. I hope you can pinpoint the correct location. The anomaly is affecting our ability to discern the true timeline. The cathedral's over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Statue is kaput. Madunina? A statue has fallen on a tourist, but no one is around. I could almost consider this an accident if we weren't facing malicious entities. Something is going on. I can't fully access the time stream data of this particular tick. The reality of this moment in time is distorted. It's impossible. Nothing should possess this kind of power. Well, nothing but... Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Ooh. First, we must understand what's going on. I could try to run a time defragmentation routine, though it will consume nearly all of my energy. Do you have any other ideas? No? Well, let's get started, and I hope I won't shut down. Okay. Time defrag. Am I still here? Good. Detective, in order to get a glimpse of what happened, we need to build the temporal matrix of this exact time fragment. Okay, let's... Oh. Rotating puzzle. No, I want to rotate the middle one first. Oh, right there. That looks like it's the bottom here. There. Nope. Bam. This is simply impossible. Whoever is causing this anomaly is using different fractal time matrices to alter the reality of this Nexus event. In other words, our unknown foe can directly alter the past without relying on engineered coincidences. Theoretically, if we were to find all the fractal matrices, we could revert their effect and restore the reality of this time frame. There's just one small problem. The matrices are almost impossible to detect, even for my scanners. So there's nothing we can do unless you can come up with one of your bright ideas. This new enemy is too powerful. Yes, Detective, I'm listening. Are you suggesting that we use all of my energy to boost my scanners? Are you sure? Wait, actually it could work, but I'll have to suspend my other routines, including my firewall and human interface. I won't be able to speak with you or help you, Detective. You still want to proceed? Okay, diverting all energy to the time defragmentation scanners, boosting time defrag subroutine. Remember, Detective, we have to find 4 matrices. Oh, near zoo? Did that say near zoo? Find first matrix. I don't remember seeing a zoo. And I don't know what I'm actually looking for. Is it those, like, those those symbol things? Eh, there's that guy. Ninja Turtles! Oh! That's cute. I wonder if we can use this. Not working. Oh, that's right. We can't use anything. Oh, that's the, yeah, Rick and Morty. Hey, Danya! No, okay. Right, I'm thinking I'm looking for these symbols. Oh, that's the statue that fell. Oh, the zoo! Here it is. Okay, so they are symbols. 1. Pick 2. Okay, we are looking for those symbols. Yarita? Yarita? Just see if we can find the symbol. Unless any of you guys have a guess of what the AI just said there. Yarita? Am I missing something? Oh, he got arrested. Ooh, this guy looks like he got bonked on the head. Press Y for hints. Yeah. If I get really stuck, I will. I just wish I understood that clue a little better. And I kind of swept the whole perimeter. Oh, and there's the rat. Look at the TMNT. A kitty. I was over here already. How big was this one? Okay. Alright, let's do a hint. On a historical building. It's on a historical building. So either the castle walls or the university. I think. What classifies as a historical building? Suppose we could just check every building. Here's the university. Soda rooftop. Guess the cathedral could also be a historical building. Before I opened the hint, there was more text at the top. In the residential area near the watercourse. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Okay. So it's down here. Residential area. That's a restaurant. Oh, there it is. Two. Boy, everything is holy. Okay. There it is. That one was easy. Ah. There, 3. Alright, one more. Oh, we got pink. Castle. I think that says castle. Gotta love that leet speak. Oh, there it is. Wow. That's you on that one. Fourth. That was it. All 5? Yep. Or all 4. Ooh. Oh, that's really weird to look at a white screen after all those colors. Time defrag subroutine aborted. Restoring standard functions done. Am I back? Detective, can you hear me? Thankfully. Now that we've found all the matrices, we can restore this time fragment. How? Do you remember the CFE analyzer I installed during the Brown Billygoat? It can be attuned to time vibrations and used to reconstruct reality. You can imagine this process as the tuning of a very, 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 very complex piece of music. If we play this fragment's original melody in time, the damage done by the fractal matrices will be reversed. Okay. Have to look for the soul. I'm looking for it. Is that me? No, that's La. Fa. Ah, come on. Ray. What am I missing? These flags? There's me. Oh, okay. Ray? That's... Okay, so we gotta play... flags. Guitar. Fa. Go. Alright, I gotta figure out Fa. So it's flags, guitar. Oh. Fa. Okay, so flags, guitar, horse statue. Bam. Yeah, I didn't expect there to be this much variety. I like it though. There we go. No, that poor tourist. Detective, you made it! You found the 4 matrices and then used the CFE analyzer to restore the fabric of reality by playing the correct melody. Of course, you weren't actually playing a melody. That's just a poetic way we use to represent time vibrations. Turquoise fallen dame. The reality is returning to normal. Great job, detective. But now we have to hurry to my mainframe and think about what happened. This new foe is terrifying. Detective, that was quite embarrassing. I'd be glad if we never talked about my behavior again. Yes, I know, there are things more important than my pride, but for your information, for an AI like me, it's extremely humiliating to operate without a proper human interface. What we just faced was something very similar to Rage and Oblivion, even if its capabilities were vastly more potent. However, that display of power gave us a lead, for there is only one kind of entity that can interact with the time flow in such a way. An AI. Is it you? Eve, are you doing this? Yes, detective, we're facing rogue AIs. Oh, nope. Anyway, I'm afraid we won't have time to figure out what just happened or to make jokes about my behavior while we're using the time defrag subroutine. Our Nexus event in the Lost Age won't be stabilized by itself. We have work to do. Oh, we got another one. Alright, we will do one more. Ooh, green lanterns. Lost Age Nexus event stability 25%. This time our foes haven't been subtle at all. I discern strong temporal spikes near the arena. Something pretty spectacular has just happened there. If left unchecked, this paradox could have immediate consequences on the true timeline. To the arena. Stone statue. There. Gallicus? Well, Detective, I'm afraid what you found is more than an incredibly realistic statue. It seems an actual gladiator was just turned into stone. Don't be too surprised. During the Lost Age, many ancient technological artifacts from before the fall of Atlantis were used, like the Earth Gates or these energy spears they wield. Also, these two aren't ordinary gladiators. They had such importance to the true timeline that I could identify them without even loading the database subroutine. They are Gallicus and Saxa. Gallicus and Saxa, lovers and heroes of the yet-to-come Battle of Crimson Ribbons. Okay, enough for now. Let's continue our investigation. We should analyze Saxa's weapon. Something tells me it isn't just a stage prop. Okay. Atlantis' technology, inherited by subsequent populations after the fall, was based on similar principles, but is different from today's technology. This tool lets you extract information from machinery and devices. Using it, you should determine the exact nature of this weapon. Okay, what do I do? Oh, is it a memory game? I don't think that was the same one. This is, though. There. That one. It's a memory game. Nope, up here. Oh, there we go. Bam. Analysis completed. Report: the weapon is combat ready and not decommissioned as it should be in the arena. Also, its security matrix has been cut off. I can't extract more information while the spear is turned off. We should go back in time and follow the weapon until we see how it ended up in Saxa's hands. Okay, so we gotta find the spear or Saxa. Okay, so there's the spear. Find the weapon. Oh, is that it right here? What are you doing with it? Oh, that's not it. What does this one look like? Oh, it's got like a bird head on it. Okay. We can also triangulate locations too if I need. Ouch. Okay, that's a spear, but it doesn't have a bird head. What are you doing, dude? Looking a little sneaky sneak there. Oh, oh, that's a bird head. Oblivion! I knew it. I sense temporal fluctuations similar to those emitted by the entity we faced in the yellow greedy gear case. This gladiator isn't real. Instead, it's the atemporal entity. Atemporal. Outside of time. Atemporal entity we called Oblivion. It changes its shape to interfere with the flow of history. Maybe this time we'll be able to collect more data. But for now, we should focus on this case. Unfortunately, there's no point in locating a shape-shifting entity through time. However, we must find a way to save Gallicus from his mortal fate. Maybe there's a way to prevent the theft of the spear. If we could just analyze it, maybe we could figure out how to modify it and render it harmless. Let me see if I can read a tick when it was turned on before the accident. Yes, I found it. We should be able to follow its power signature. We're going back in time to track the weapon's position. Ooh, all the way back. Energy tracking subroutine loaded correctly. Ooh. Oh, it's like triangulating cell towers. Ooh, it's being used on the croc. Nicely done, detective. So a guard used the spear to fend off some overly friendly alligators. Alligators are good pets, unlike goats. Anyway, if we're to perform a deep analysis of the weapon, we need to find a tick in time when it's turned on, but not wielded by anyone. Our scan could overload its energetic matrix, and we don't want to create another paradox. Let's find a suitable tick. Okay, so that's where it started. And then we're over here. Is that the... I don't think that's the right spear. I think that's a different one. Yeah, that's her shoulder pad I'm seeing there. Okay. Oh, oh. Something's happening here. That's the spear. Scarigator. They are firmly planted in the ground. It's most likely that the guard grew tired of fending off the alligators and put the activated energy spear there to act like a scarecrow of some sort. A scarigator. Energy analysis subroutine loaded correctly. We have to try to determine the inner workings of this ancient weapon. Thankfully, I have a tool for that. With it, you'll be able to extract data from its energy signature. Oh. We gotta adjust the frequencies to match. Bam. Atlantean. As I suspected, this weapon is a relic from old Atlantis. During the Lost Age, those who could uncover and restore ancient Atlantean technology rose to be rulers of their societies. It is said that they were guided by a mysterious covenant called the Eye of Ra. Atlantean technology must draw energy from a resonating field formed by aligned power sources to work. 3 great crystals power this whole city. They're called Noxen. How do I know that? Well, not all Atlantean artifacts were lost in time. We have one at our disposal even today. It's very, very, very close to our HQ, I might add. What happens if we disable the Noxen for a short while? Detective, you're a genius! If we stop the resonating field during the right tick, Sax's weapon will cease to function and Gallicus won't be turned to stone. However, we need to disable them in the right order. When mistaken, we could blow up the whole city. No pressure. The Great Noxen are, well, big. They're so big that I could find them without your help if I only could perform even a single action without human approval. Anyway, according to my reading, the first one has a round bezel. A round bezel? Do you mean bevel? Okay, I have no idea what I'm looking for here, what these crystals even look like. But they said they're big. Okay, let me see something. Oh, bezel is a thing. A grooved ring or frame holding the cover of a watch face. Okay. Okay. So it's something kind of like this. But I don't know what the crystal looks like. Oh, is that a crystal? I've seen a couple of these where it looked like they were just blocked entrances, but maybe they're just crystals. I mean, that looks like a round bezel. Awesome. Nox Sapphire. Good job. This is the Nox Sapphire, and it supports the energy flow that permeates the city. We should be careful. Temporal link subroutine loaded correctly. We have a secure link with Nox Detective. Yes, I have a tool for this kind of stuff too. What advanced AI system would I be if I couldn't connect other information frameworks and manipulate their data? Anyway, the link won't hold forever. Deactivate the Nox now. Alright, what am I supposed to do? External circle, internal circle. Okay. Oh, like this? If I put them together? Oh, it's shut. Nox Sapphire deactivated. I don't detect any further damage to the true timeline. We didn't cause any long-term harm. The city is still here. Good job. Now, let's find the next one. The second Nox has a square bezel. Okay. We're looking for one just like that, but a square. I'm gonna zoom in a bit closer here. Oh, there's a triangle right there. Okay, so that's probably the third. Now we just have to find the square. Okay. for some reason I feel like it's on this building. Though I could be wrong. Because I'm not seeing it. What about you? Let me see if crystal with a square bezel. City's tallest towers. Am I losing my mind? I feel like it's got to be up here. Okay, that's definitely no triangle. More than likely number 3. Not really a tower. If you guys see it, feel free to shout it out. A round one. One of the city's tallest towers. So not necessarily the tallest tower. A little tough to discern what's a tower, though. Hey, magic carpet. Aladdin. Hey, Aladdin has the genie. Here's a boo. Alright, can I triangulate? Hold. Hot. Oh, there it is. Alright, that works. Okay. Nox Emerald. The one that maintains the stability. I'm getting vibes of Mox Sapphire, Mox Emerald from Magic the Gathering. Let's see. Connects all the instruments powered by this ancient energy. Our intervention must be even more precise. Okay. Try to shut down the Nox without causing any long-term damage. Ooh. Okay, this one is a different animal. So here, and then move this one. There we go. Ooh. You would have given up already. I feel like they give you a lot of opportunities for hints and figuring stuff out. Okay, shut it down. Nox Emerald deactivated without errors. Let's move on to the last one. Yep, the triangular. That one I've already seen. Unless it moves forward or moves on a forward tick. I doubt it. Yeah, it's still there. Bam. Nox Ruby. Ah, here's the last one. This is the Nox Ruby. Its structure is the most complex of the three. It has been modified several times over the centuries, so I have to be extremely precise. I like the triangulation hot and cold thing too. That's a lot of fun. This is the last one, Detective. You can proceed to deactivate it and silence all weapons in the city for a little bit. We have a job to do. Detective, please deactivate the third Nox. This is going to be even more complex. Yes. Oh, so these are facing that direction. We're gonna want this. Okay. Bam! Okay, that one wasn't as hard as the last one. Disabled. It's done. We've deactivated the 3 Noxen, and with them, all the weapons in the city. When the shapeshifter steals the spear, it will have a big surprise. We need to be sure the paradox is reverted and Gallicus is fine. Let's jump ahead a bit to check. Don't forget about your abilities. Okay, let's check on Gallicus. Oh. It's not here. He's a mouse with a spear. Most likely with Saxa, I'm guessing. Probably all fine and dandy somewhere. This is Ray. I was like, that kind of looks like almost like a BB-8 taking parts to be sold. Ah, there's so many nerdy references in this. Okay. Where are they? Oh, here they are. That's a power couple right there. Yeah, the triangulation's nice. There they are, safe and sound, our soon-to-be heroes of the Battle of Crimson Ribbons. We should hope they'll enjoy the next few years, for a grim winter looms. But that's from the future. Today, we've saved a life in the timeline itself. We should be proud of ourselves. The Green Lanterns. Superheroes. I wonder what our foes hoped to achieve by creating this paradox. Did they want a specific side to win the war? Maybe they just wanted to spread distrust toward Atlantean technology. It could be, or maybe their aim is simply to overload the timeline with paradoxes until it collapsed. Anyway, good work, Detective. This case is solved. Woo! That was a ride. This wasn't an easy one, Detective. You can be proud of yourself. Yes, of course you can ask something. Oh, I see. I'm afraid I can't help you with that. I'm not allowed to disclose information about the history of humankind if it isn't relevant to the current case. However, if you keep track of every detail, you should be able to put it together and discover hidden clues about your past. Now let's resume our scans. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, we're getting a new map, the Atlantean Age. Seems a third Nexus event is forming. The very first age of your history is in grave danger. Our foes are attacking Atlantis City itself. Yes, this is bad. Very bad. We should go now. Alright, but that's actually where I'm going to end the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to play more of this or more of Day of the Diver, but either way, we're playing something. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.